So in my last Jinjer reaction, I happened to check out Judgment Punishment, and I pointed out in that reaction video that you hear Jinjer doing a fusion of reggae and metal, and people told me, go check out their interviews, you'll hear them talking about their influences. So today, that's what we were checking out. We're checking out Jinjer, Tatiana and company in interview. I want to check them out and just react to the interview and see what they have to say, right?
Jinjer are a Ukrainian band blurring so many genre lines that the word progressive doesn't even begin to cover.
That is true.
Whether you're into death metal or reggae, there is something here for you. The band has been touring relentlessly and is currently on a North American headline tour. Today I'm in the Banger Hangar with bassist Eugene and lead vocalist Tatiana. Let's chat.
Shmailyuk.
Comfy?
Too comfy, man.
No, it's good. Relax.
I'm gonna piss out.
20 minutes ago, I was still asleep.
We'll wake up together. We'll have some fun. And I think right off the bat, I'd like to discuss where you guys come from because it's very.
It was there for a second. Tatiana looks like her voice when she growls. Yeah, she looks right now. She looks like, you know how her voice is when she growls? That's the way she looks like right now. She looks like any second I could land my voice on these people and they'll shut up. Well, let's just keep going.
Interesting to me. I'm well traveled, but I've never been to the Ukraine. In fact, aside from Nocturnal Mortem and Drudka, maybe Stone Jesus, there's very few bands I've ever even heard of coming out of the Ukraine. What is the musical climate there for heavy bands?
There is no climate. We don't have we almost
vacuum.
Vacuum. Yeah, we almost don't have this subculture. We just don't have enough fans to sustain
What?
the scene.
Like most of the bands that I've heard coming from the Ukraine, there's a very strong black metal scene and extreme metal.
Pause there for a second. I assumed that Ukraine would have, you know, people. Yeah, because me, I'm Kenyan, so we also have a rock metal scene in our country. So I assumed if we have, surely they should have. But now there she said vacuum. Let's just keep going.
Black metal, yeah, well, used to be kind of strong, let's say 15 and 20 years ago, especially this right-wing black metal
Of course.
thing. Yes, yeah, but as soon as these political views started to be treated in the way they deserve, the bands lost their popularity too. It is not like that anymore.
I've heard both of you reference a Russian band I like a lot as an influence, Aria.
Aria.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Was Russian music your first exposures to heavy metal before you heard anything from North America? And have you ever heard of their other band, Master, which is their thrash metal band? That's the real shit.
Yeah, you like
me.
it?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, Ali Granovsky, the bassist from Master, is one of the influences for me. Definitely a standout bassist.
I was working in a record store for a long time, and the Russian heavy metal from that era, like the 80s stuff that would come through was like incredible. The Russian scene, there was something very real there about that or those early heavy metal bands.
There were a lot of heavy metal bands, and now looking at the videos, those old school videos taken at their shows, I am really blown away by the level of their musicality and how well they played. And there were at least 10 more bands who were touring all around.
Wait for a second. Have you ever heard of Aria? This band they're talking about. I'm planning to go check it out since they're talking about Aria being one of their influences. I've never heard of this band. And then Tatiana's tattoo over here. I've not seen that before.
Soviet Union, and who were pulling stadiums at that time.
Yeah. Wow.
So it was a huge thing.
Wow.
And some people actually, they claim that heavy metal was one of the reasons why the Soviet Union collapsed.
Interesting. I've never heard that before.
Yeah. So after this Iron Curtain fell, and all these Western influences came to the Soviet Union. One of them was music, and especially heavy metal that time. And it did change things drastically. For example, in 1991, there was this famous metal show in Tushino, near Moscow. Around or more than 1 million metalheads at the same spot at the same time. Pantera, Metallica,
Lord.
and AC/DC, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, of course. It's like famous video from
Yeah,
that show,
Domination,
yeah.
Pantera.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you see Pantera's in the middle of playing their sets, and then you see all the armed police, huge machine guns.
There were very famous photos of the whole band, Pantera, and militia.
Standing behind them.
Russian militia.
Yeah, Russian or Soviet militia.
Yes.
That's crazy. What a historic moment in time.
It is.
You're a very, very active band, especially in the last few years. How has the busy schedule of the last few years impacted your creative process?
Accelerated it.
Another level.
Picked it up.
For example, if writing music and composing music, right now you cannot spend months or, I don't know, years composing. So I wrote lyrics almost every day, and then the next day I go to the studio and sing them. That was very stressful because I went there unprepared.
It's the third record, I think, now in a row, which you can listen, and actually most of the vocals are improvised.
Improvisation,
and first take.
That's incredible.
She looked like one badass.
That's really abnormal. That's very cool.
I know the reason why. I really love jamming and improvising. And in improvisation, I find inspiration, like great inspiration, and as a result, a great product.
It's funny to hear someone in a metal band talk about jamming and improvisation, because it's two words that are not very common in the metal scene.
And they do not match.
Exactly.
But the good side is that we are not like 100% metal. And it helps us, especially when it comes to clean vocals. Everything she sings, it's not metal and not even sometimes rock. It's closer to jazz or rhythm and blues, and that is why she is able to improvise this.
Speaking of all the different influences, the riffing is incredibly diverse, from like old school blast beat stuff to gent breaks, reggae and soul grooves. There's something for everyone in it. Where does this desire to create such genre blurring music come from?
Well, for me, I hate when music that I play gets boring. So for me, I need something like to insert many things, you know, just like a salad. You know, I wouldn't eat
on the lettuce.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. The more stuff I put there, the better.
We don't want it to be boring. And
to ourselves.
Yeah, to ourselves first of all. And the origin of it is the music influences we have, because we do not only listen to metal. We listen to a bunch of other styles daily. And it feels very natural for us to play what we listen to, even though it may be really far from metal or even hard rock or any rock styles. It feels natural.
When they talk about jazz, blending jazz into metal, that one I know for a fact that one they've done. When I listen to Homeback, I've reacted to Homeback. I'll leave it somewhere here if you haven't seen my reaction to Homeback. In Homeback, there's a place where I actually mentioned jazz. And I'm newish to Jinjer. I've only heard maybe 3 or 4 songs. So I wasn't expecting. I thought they were like a metalcore gent band pure. But when I heard them doing reggae in Judgment Punishment, I was like, what is happening? What is going on? So it's nice to see that they are making the music, diverse, so that they themselves can enjoy it and the fans can also enjoy it.
Like many people, my first exposure to Jinjer
I love the
was
accent, by the way.
Obviously.
It's amazing, and that's why it's gotten the reaction that it did. For me, it was like hearing Opeth for the first time. It was like a total Ackerfeld moment, like at the drop of a dime, being able to change your voice like that. I really haven't heard anyone do it as well as you do, aside from Michael. He's one of the best. Can you talk to me a little bit about your formal vocal training, lessons, perhaps warm-ups?
Yes, please.
Maybe some of your biggest influences.
Well, this question...
This man is asking all the best questions. Yeah.
I don't do warm-ups. I don't have any tutors. I just sing every day. But my influence, yes, you pointed it out, Mikhail, for sure. He's not my idol, but I admire him so much, both being a singer and composer.
I think for most people who like this kind of music, he is a legend.
Back in the days when I joined the band, Randy Blythe, that you may sound similar to Randy
Yeah, because
Blythe.
I was inspired by him when I was 17.
But sometimes you do sound, especially when you go low, you do sound like Michael.
Because I want to swing deep, in deep oceans.
Let's talk about Macro. What can we expect from Macro aside from the title obviously leading me to believe it's somewhat of a continuation?
It is, yeah.
Where are we headed with this journey?
I think we reached the new level of diversity on this record because just because we had this, you know,
more ingredients to the salad,
more space for the ingredients, not even the ingredients to the salad, but the bigger
plate
bowl.
is bigger.
Yeah, the bowl is bigger. The bowl is bigger now, and we were able to just put more inside. I just keep saying that this is the first record which we finally all people in the band are absolutely satisfied and happy with, because everything we did before had this feeling of compromise in it. This time there is no compromise. From the very beginning to the very end, everything is absolutely how each of us imagined this and wanted this.
New records on the way. Everything's looking up for you guys right now. What is the goals and where is the band headed in the future?
We never set goals like, you know, we are musicians, we make music, this is the priority. After we compose and record music, we just go and play it for people. We're not thinking about anything else. If there are more people just coming to see us, better for us. But it is not the priority. The priority is just this... Delivering, yeah, to deliver. The priority is to deliver.
Well, guys, thank you so much for coming to the studio today. Really looking forward to the show tonight.
Thank you very much. Nice interview.
So much.
You woke me up, so...
Great. Well, you got to wake me up tonight when I'm falling asleep.
Okay.
Did you hear her voice? Did you hear her voice when she said, deliver? Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. At least this guy asked all the important questions that I was really eager to know, like, does she train? Who taught her to do this? Her influences, the band influences, why they put in things like jazz and reggae, which is not conventional for metal. And also nice that they added the whole thing about their latest album. Have you listened to Macro? Please make sure to comment below and tell me. I'm planning to go listen to it myself. And it's also nice to know that you know, Tatiana, she's like self-taught, man. She said, I just sing. You know, that's so cool. All right, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed my reaction, smash like, subscribe, because I talk about everything rock music on this channel. I do reactions, reviews, commentaries, and sometimes even interviews. I react to interviews as well. And on this screen, I'm going to leave some videos. Hope you enjoy them. Cheers.